Yay! Okay, I've been so excited for Thursday to come. Happy Thursday. Wait, some people get annoyed when people say that, huh? Nah, I don't care. Okay, hi. Hello. Hi, Peyton. Hi, everybody. Okay, so I am on here today because there is a couple of you who are getting your makeup. And when I say makeup, I mean your 3D foundation. So it's probably totally different than anything that you've used before. And so when you get it in the mail, you're like, okay, now what do I do? So I wanted to get on here and kind of walk you through what you do when you first get your Saint 3D foundation. Because you've probably, unless you're like old school like me and you used to use your lip gloss in a little tin like this, it's probably been a while since you had makeup that comes in a little individual metal tin. So here's what you're gonna get. When you get your package is going to have these cute little tins of makeup. So you slide the lid off like this, and this is chock full of a cream-based makeup. So you are getting a ton of pigment and just a little bit of product. It helps you to look a lot more natural and light. So I'm going down a rabbit hole. Okay, let's backtrack a little bit. Sorry, I'm gonna hold her off to the side. She's like a stage 7 clinger this week, and so she's just gonna be my assistant right now. Okay, so this is my main highlight color, okay? So this is going to be my concealer, my foundation, and my brightener all in one. It like does 3 in 1. And again, because it's that cream, tons of coverage, little bit of product. Okay, so then you get your compact. So these compacts come empty. Mine obviously is not, but this right here, all of these come out like that. So this right here is a magnet. So when you slide off your lid right here, you just pop it into your compact and it stays. And so then it's like really secure. So this is super, like if you're into sustainability and all of those kinds of things, it's super nice that you have very, very little waste and you only order makeup when you need it. So when that highlight gets done, I pop it out. She also likes talking to herself. Okay, so you just pop the empty one out and put the new one in and you're ready to rock and roll again. It's so cool. Okay, so let me stop talking about that and let's get started. 3D foundation is not meant to be layered. So if you're like me and you like a really natural look, you like things to go really fast, guys, we don't have time to layer our makeup and we also don't want the look of a ton of layers on our face. So what I'm gonna do and what I'm gonna suggest you do when you first are trying your makeup is to actually start with your contour color first. So the contour is the color, and when I color matched you, I sent you a cute little graphic that just maps out exactly where to put everything. Okay, so we're gonna take your contour. We're gonna take your contour and put it on first. Okay, so it's the darkest color that I color matched you with. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use the pointier end. This is the 3D brush. I'm gonna use that pointier end. Do you see how fine of a tip it gets to? That's gonna be super helpful because I want to chisel my face out, and I'm gonna do that best by having a finer tool to apply the contour with. Let me find something for you to play with. Here. Do you wanna play with this? Do you wanna take it over there by your other princess? You wanna take it over there? Yeah, that's fun. Oh, sorry. Kind of whacked her in the face. Okay, now I'm gonna get closer so you can see what I am doing. With her on my lap, I can't get close enough. So I'm gonna get my brush and I'm gonna get just the tiny tip of it into my contour. So you see, I don't have a lot of makeup on the end of my brush. Then here's my trick. You find your ear, right? I hope you can handle that. Step number 1, find your ear. Okay, step number 2 is find where your ear connects to your face and the corner of your mouth. And if you've never contoured before, this is gonna be your cheat sheet. You're just gonna take your hand, make it as straight as you can, and make like a stencil right there. Now, it is gonna go exactly like in the hollow of your cheek right here, but I don't want you to put your contour right in the hollow of your cheek. Because if you have a face shape like mine, do you see where my natural shadow is? If I were to accentuate that, it kind of pulls my whole face down. So instead, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have that be my guide and just pull. I'm gonna give myself just a little mini facelift right here. So I'm gonna put just a little bit of the contour right above that line, and it's gonna pull my whole face up, especially when I blend that out. It's gonna be great. And then I can kind of use that same trick to make sure it's even on both sides. So same idea, got my little stencil, came with my body. My stencil came with my body. It's super cool like that. Okay, it's still not exactly even, but it's fine. It all comes out in the wash. So by applying my contour first, like I just have moisturizer on my face. I don't have any primer or anything. If you do have super oily skin, you can start with a primer, but I would almost try the makeup without a primer first. So I'm just putting my contour on bare skin. And what's awesome is it is opaque enough to where it is still going to give me coverage where I want the coverage. So like right here, it's smoothing out my skin tone while it's sculpting my face at the same time. So when you apply your contour, and this is, I'm sorry, I should show you my compact right here. I'm just dipping a little bit in right here into the contour, and I'm doing along my hairline, underneath my cheekbones. Dang, that is loud. Why is this so loud, baby girl? Where's your other princess? And here, I'll give you this too. Here, sister. Here. Want to go draw? Go put it on the paper. Good girl. And then I'm going to come underneath my jawline right here. So what that does is if you want to minimize, like if you feel like you have a double chin or anything, but that's essentially where your contour is going to go. You're going to create a 3 on one side and an E on the other. I don't know how it shows up on your end. I promise I know the difference between E and 3, but if it's backwards, you know. Okay. All right, so that's your contour. This keeps less makeup on your face, and it kind of like also gives you a little insurance policy. A lot of girls are nervous to do contouring for the first time, and so you're like, okay, I'm gonna start out strong, and you put your foundation color on, and then you go in with your contour. You're like, wait, where does it go? Where does it go? If you put your contour on first, even if it gets a little messy, you can go in and clean it up with your foundation color like this. So I'm just gonna flip my brush over to the other side and dip it into my foundation color. We call it highlight. I don't know why. It's completely backwards. We call the shimmer stuff that you put on the high points of your face Illuminator. I don't know why we call it your concealer color highlight. But now what I'm going to go do is just fill in the blanks of where I didn't have any makeup before with my highlight cream color. This keeps way less makeup on my face. It's one smooth layer, and I still get coverage everywhere that I want to get coverage, like especially underneath my eyes. And I always have a ton of redness on my nose. And so that really smooths that out right there. And then bring it up my jawline right here. I'm just filling in the blanks. You get it. It's really not rocket science. When you get your makeup and your brush for the first time, don't be scared to play around with how you use the brush. There's going to be some times where you want to flip the brush around and use it the opposite way. Go for it. Just try it. I mean, it's really, at the end of the day, it's just makeup and no one's going to die. Like if you put it on and you're like, okay, that maybe I need to try something else the next time, you're not going to die. Okay, so you've got highlight and contour. I would suggest you blend right now at this stage of application because I like to kind of blend as I go so I know what I'm working with and I can make tweaks as I go. I want to get close to you again, but I don't know if she's going to let me. So what I'm going to do is this is a cream and this is a cream. So when I go to blend them, they blend together, they play together so nicely because they're the same thing. Like in science, like dissolves like, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna tap my brush lightly on the edges of where my contour meets my highlight. And you see, you still get that shadow effect, but it's a little bit softer, okay? So, and then I'm just gonna soften that line on my forehead and come over here and do the same thing. So just kind of smashing it out. I'm not wiping it away. I'm just smashing it out. Oh, okay, good. She got bored. She's leaving. Now I can get closer. Okay, so I'm just gonna smash it and blend it like this. Okay, and then I just like to kind of work as I go, and I'll get really close. You can see it should not look thick. It should not feel thick. Now, when you first do start to use cream, it will feel different. Whether you're using a powder or a liquid that dries, obviously, that your skin is used to having something dry on it. So when you put this cream on, it's actually gonna start protecting your skin as you go throughout the day, and it's not gonna dry it out. So it will feel different at first, and it's a good different. I always suggest that people like commit to the process, like learning how to apply this, letting your skin adjust for like 2 weeks. And then kind of readjust from there, like see, like, okay, is this a good fit for me? I love the glowy look. I love the cream feel of it. And I love that I feel like my skin is getting protected. Okay, let's keep moving on. I got on a tangent. Okay, so we've gotten 2 steps. I started with my contour. I filled in the blanks with my highlight color. Now I'm gonna hit my cheeks with this Frenchie blush. So I've got my blush brush. I'm gonna get the smaller end and just get a little bit on my brush. Guys, this stuff is super pigmented. It's super easy to go overboard fast, which is nice because you can she just hit me. Thank you, baby. Okay, so I'm just gonna tap a little bit. I always she gave me such a genuine smile just now. Thank you, Collins. And just tap it on the apples of your cheeks. You can go really subtle with your blush, or if you want to build up the color. I love this peachy Frenchie blush. I think it goes really, really nice. And then I like to flip my brush over and blend that out just a little bit. And I'm just gonna do the same thing to the other side. So we're on step number 3. Now, once you get past step number 3, you can kind of make it your own. You can use this blush color as your lip color, which is really fun to do. I think Frenchie makes a really good nude lip. If it's too light for your natural lip color, you can even dip a little bit into your contour and just make it a little bit more nude and less peachy. Okay, so then what you can do is, if you like a glowy look like this is my jam, you can take the glow up a notch by adding some more shimmer. So this is my Illuminator, which everybody else in the world calls highlight. I'm just gonna get a little bit on my brush and hit the high points of my face. So right up here on the top of my cheekbones. You can go down your nose. I don't usually get that crazy. I kind of like more of just like the cream glow, and I don't add in a whole ton more glow. But that's the basic 4 steps of the 3D foundation. So you've got your contour, your concealer color, and then your blush, and then the illuminator, which is your shimmer. Now, if you like a matte finish, you can go in and set it with any translucent setting powder. Like if you like the one that you've been using from Target forever, like the Maybelline Fit Me brand, or I can't remember the other one's names. It'll come back later. You can go in and set the cream. In fact, like if you are just starting to use it, I would recommend that you set the cream as your skin does go through that transition phase over the next 2 weeks, because it's getting you, unless you've used creams in the past, if this is the first time you've used a cream, then definitely just set it with a little bit of powder. It does take away some of the glow, which is kind of a buzzkill for me, but I'll add it back in just a second. So if you're worried about having oily skin, or if you're in the South like me, like I'm in Montgomery, Alabama, you guys, it's humid as heck. If you need this to help it last all day, or to mattify it if you're oily, this setting powder is a really good option. Okay, then, yes, this is Vanilla Dust, the translucent setting powder. And then there's also a setting spray. So that's where you're gonna get the setting power with a dewy look. I don't know why my brain wanted to say powder. It was really struggling there for a second. Okay, so this is a stay. What I would do is spray it either on the end of a really fluffy brush, because guys, it means business. When it sprays, it sprays. So I'm just gonna spray a little bit on the end of my brush and press it into my makeup. Do you see how it's making my makeup wet again? And it's just going to set my makeup to last all dang day. Okay, so that is 3D foundation, and I'm not gonna go into the second layer of my compact on this video because I wanna keep this short and sweet, but I'm gonna go do my eyes and my brows and put my eyelashes back on, and I'll post a final picture as well as how you can get color match. But if you'd like to get a color match, this system is amazing. So what happens is you fill out the form in my bio and you send me just a selfie just standing in front of a window. Like I will show you, like I am just, can I flip my camera around? I'm pretty sure I can. Okay, so I'm just sitting in front of this window. My camera is about at arm's length. So if you were to just take a selfie with no makeup on and then submit that in my color match form, what I'll send back to you is your customized colors with what you need for your contour, your highlight color for underneath your eyes, a blush, and an illuminator. Also, if you want to send me a little note about any concerns that you have on your face. Like if you want extra coverage under your eyes, like I have this extra color in mine. Like on those days that I just want to be like banging, I'll go ahead and just brighten, or days that I haven't had any sleep, I'll go in with this extra brighter color and just brighten up under my eyes just a smidge, or maybe down my nose, and it just makes you a little bit more fancy. And you know, some days you just want to be fancy. So if you have any concerns, you can put that on the form as well. That way I can match you to what you want to get out of your makeup. And then I'll send you a little diagram of how to do this, and you can always come back and watch this video. I will save this on my regular feed. And everything is super cheap. I should tell you that too. Each of these tins is $14. You will go through this one the fastest because it covers the most real estate on your face, and it still should last you about 3 months. And shipping is always free. So when you run out, you grab that one tin for $14 again, pop it in your makeup. It just goes super fast. But your contour will last about 6 months. Your blush will last like 9 months to a year, and your illuminator will do the same. And then this is just a lip conditioner, but I already have color on, but it's okay. Okay, and then you just pick out a cute little compact to keep it in. All right, I'm done chatty. I got chatty Cathy on you. I'm so sorry, but I'm gonna go do my eyes, and I'll post the final picture, and I'll save this video to my feed. All right, you guys, have a great Thursday. How do I stop this? How do I stop it?